Yes, guys, welcome back to more GBFC. I genuinely cannot believe that we are talking about this. Manchester United 5, Lyon 4 after extra time. First of all, the game finishes 2-2 in normal time, and then Lyon are 4-2 ahead in extra time. Bruno Fernandes penalty, Kobbie Mainoo, beautiful finish. And then, about as textbook of a footballing moment as you could ever imagine, Harry Maguire is in the box whilst Casemiro, a man that I'd written off at Man United, I'm not going to lie to you, has crossed the ball into the box and Harry Maguire has put the ball in the back of the net. This is an absolutely remarkable moment for Manchester United, which means we've got to talk about it here. Emergency video in the middle of the night because I went to bed after watching my team. Let's just look at this for a second, shall we? This is what my team did last night. We lost at home to Legia Warsaw. But don't worry, Chelsea fans will play Djurgården, a team from Sweden who are currently 12th. In Sweden, they won 4-1 away at 9 men. Rapid Vienna, so it's a trip to Sweden for Chelsea. And then you've got Athletic Bilbao beating Rangers 2-0. Tottenham Hotspur, Ange Postecoglou makes it into a European semi-final with Spurs. You got Lazio, who won on the night, but lose 3-2 to Bodo Glimt on penalties. And then Man United have won 5-4 against Lyon. And just going to leave this up here for you now because Man United are 2 goals ahead. It's absolutely incredible what has happened in this game because Manuel Ugarte and Diogo Dalot had put Manchester United basically into the perfect position. You can see here with the momentum chart, the first half of Manchester United, they get those 2 goals. And that kind of, I guess, calms the nerves at Old Trafford. That must have been one of the easiest halftime, go for a beer, go for some chips or whatever they sell there. Whatever you want to eat. Like, you could just sit there and relax and be like, well, we've turned up today. This is great news. Manchester United's season is 100% about winning this competition because the league this season, it's been a disaster. Off the field stuff, it's a disaster. But Ruben Amorim is their manager. He's come in and he has tried to cement something here within his image. He's gone and died by the sword. It's a 3-4-2-1, but he's not dead. That's the thing. When you look at this, Manchester United are very much not dead. And I'm not going to sit here and say to you, this is the moment where United turn a corner. This isn't a moment where you can paint as quickly as you want in the 120th, 121st minute over the cracks that exist at the club. It doesn't fix anything, but it certainly goes a long way to help this club feel, Manchester United feel like they are heading somewhere because it's emphatic what we have seen. Second half, Lyon are no mugs. Let's be real about this. Lyon are no mugs. They get back in the game. Tolisso scores in the 71st minute. Tagliafico then scores in the 77th. It looked like it was a Lacazette goal. It wasn't. Tagliafico scores it. And then Tolisso gets himself a red card towards the end of this game. And you're thinking, well, Man United may have bottled a 2-goal lead, but now they've got a man advantage. They've got the Old Trafford crowd. Surely, no matter what you think of this starting 11, I don't think this is a Ruben Amorim team. I think there are flashes of it. There are moments of it that you can definitely say he's kind of implemented something there now. But today, this is a football game that is all about passion. It is all about just throwing everything out the window and being like, right, this is what we have got to deal with. And we've got to do something because when Rayan Cherki scores in the 104th minute, I'm there thinking, well, I told you about this bloke, didn't I? Brilliant finish, great goal. It's just one of those kind of like boss goals, you know what I mean? Where he's just there and he's just doing his thing at the end of the game. It's sensational. Lacazette then scores a penalty. And I'm like, well, this has got to be like a new low point for Manchester United, right? Like it's been bad, but is this the epitome of everything? To be 2-0 up at Old Trafford, to then go 4-2 down against 10 men and get knocked out of a major European competition in the quarterfinal stage? Where do Man United go from here? Do they sack Ruben Amorim? Is this a case of like tear up everything, sell every single one of these players and just be like, we've screwed it up. We've absolutely butchered it. But no, because a man that, I'll be very honest, I have said many things about Bruno Fernandes in my time. I'm not his biggest fan, but to score that penalty emphatically is massive from Bruno. And it gives Old Trafford this sense of belief. It was A moment in the stadium where everyone's like, well, we're playing against 10 men here. It's 115 minutes in. We've just got to go for it. And go for it they bloody did. Kobbie Mainoo has scored an absolute worldie. And it's the pressure. It's like it's gone into him and he's controlled it so well. He's bent that across the goalkeeper. There's only one place in the goal. When Kobbie Mainoo shoots, there's only one place it can go. Considering the man started on the bench for Manchester United, he comes on towards the end of the game for Rasmus Højlund, who again, in a big night for Manchester United, just wasn't good enough. Not going to lie, 28 touches of the ball. 3 key passes, yes. United could have been 3-0 up with Garnacho, yes. There are so many what-ifs, but they don't matter. Sometimes in football, it's just about getting the job done. And I keep bringing this scoreline up because Harry Maguire, I thought the days were gone where we would see Harry Maguire just turning up, showing up, delivering at the moment that matters most. And Ruben Amorim said it himself, right? Harry Maguire can score headers, so he put him up front for the end of the game. That is what you do when you're absolutely desperate. And Manchester United tonight was so desperate, but they've actually managed to go through. I want to talk about, I said this isn't going to fix everything, this isn't going to change everything, but this very much could be a turning point within this turbulent period of history at Manchester United, because when we think about the teams that are left in the competition, they are going to play, I'm not sure who they've got in the semi-finals, let me know, Man United fans, I can't actually remember who it is, but there's Tottenham, Bodo Glimt and Athletic Bilbao. You look at that and you think Manchester United, with their acumen in Europe, you'd say they're probably the favourites. Athletic Club, Bilbao, they've got some great players in there. The final is at their ground in Bilbao. They will fancy themselves. Tottenham Hotspur, they don't win anything, but Ange does in the second season. So are we going to be talking, I mean, I'm going to throw this out there now. This could be a horrible thought, but are we talking about a North London derby Super Cup next season? No, it's not going to happen. Spurs cannot win this trophy, but absolutely sensational from Manchester United. Look at this. Penalty, goal. Like, is that maybe the most chaotic extra time period of football that you've ever seen? I don't actually remember ever seeing an extra time period this crazy. And I was going to make a video today about Manchester United. And look, I went to bed, right? When Chelsea were beaten 2-1 by Legia Warsaw, I was like, there's nothing I can't watch football right now. I'm just too emotionally drained and invested in what my team are doing, and it was rubbish. And I've woken up this morning and I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm seeing my timeline go mad with Man United comeback, and I literally turned my phone off as it was 4-2 to Lyon, and I was going to sit here and plan a video today about how do Man United just tear everything up and start again. But then this has bloody happened, ladies and gentlemen. They've won 5-4. And sometimes, this is why I made this channel, because football is about emotion. Sometimes the storylines are just too good and too exciting, even if they're not about your club or they're about a club that you're not a massive fan of. Look, I'm a Chelsea fan, right? And if you're stumbling across this video, I'm not celebrating Man United's win, but I'm celebrating football, because this is just pure footballing heritage, what we have seen here. 4-2 down with 6 minutes of extra time to go, and Man United are like, we don't even need penalties. We're not going to put our goalkeeper Onana, who has been under the spotlight, under the scrutiny, we're not even going to put him through it, because we are going to score 3 goals in 6 minutes. It is absolute insanity. And, well, Lyon, I think if they'd have had Tolisso on the pitch, I don't think Man United get the opportunity to do that. So, shame on him for getting sent off. If you want to see the video I made about Ryan Cherki, I think Man United could do with him as well. So, if you're a United fan, check out the video I made after the game last week, where I talked about Ryan Cherki being the £25 million bargain that every Premier League club should look at this summer. Insane night of football. Chelsea are through, but they lost 4-2. 6 things we learned is out on GBFC. Tottenham, I can't believe this as well. Spurs, what a great night for them. They've won in Frankfurt. Ange Postecoglou keeps his job for now. Bodo Glimt down to 10 men. Let's just look at this for a second, shall we? And then they've won 3-2 in Lazio, in Italy, on penalties, in a game they've been dominated in. Mental stuff. Subscribe to the channel, because this isn't the only video today. I've got a video going out later on about the most underrated player in the Premier League. And I've got another piece of content for you tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, why the bloody hell not? You're missing out. Unreal. See you later.